am Irish Nicole Fabian.
I am Karil B. Bakay.
I am Maria Lee Baga.
I am Jean Claire Ballesteros.
I am Lucila May Dalope.
I am Kristen Join B. Hernandez.
I am Anta Grace B. Berzosa.
And we are the future educators.
The K-12 Basic Education Program uses standards and competency-based grading systems. In DepEd, all grades are based on the weighted raw scores of the learner's summative assessments. This summative assessment can be classified into three components, namely written works, performance tasks, and quarterly assessments, in which these three will be the basis for grading, and the nature of the learning area defines the way these three components are assessed. This activity is in line with the Domain 5 of the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, or the PPST, which is about the assessment and reporting. Domain 5 relates to processes associated with a variety of assessment tools and strategies used by teachers in monitoring, evaluating, documenting, and reporting learners' needs, progress, and achievement. Moreover, this domain concerns the use of assessment data in a variety of ways to inform and enhance the teaching and learning processes and programs. In addition, it concerns teachers providing learners with the necessary feedback about learning outcomes. This feedback informs the reporting cycle and enables teachers to select, organize, and use sound assessment processes.
This activity focuses on various DepEd forms and E-class records. It gives field study students opportunities to examine and accomplish different forms, compute quarterly grades and final grades, and accomplish E-class records aligned with their specialization. The first part of activity tackles the computation of students' grades. There are two DepEd orders that were used. DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015, which were used for grades 1 to 10 and senior high school before the COVID-19 pandemic, and DepEd Order number 31 series of 2020, which were used for grades 1 to 10 and senior high school during the COVID-19 pandemic. Teachers in the basic education implementing the K-12 program use electronic class record in Excel format to facilitate high level of accuracy in the computation of the learner's grade. Each learning area has its own specific E-class records. For grades 1 to 12, numerical grades were used. The minimum grade needed to pass a specific learner's area is 60, which is transmuted to 75 in the report card. The lowest rank mark that can appear on the report card is 60 for quarterly grades and final grades.
Here are how the grades are computed based on the two DepEd orders. For the DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015, in grades 1 to 10, included at the elementary level, there are three learning areas: language, AP, ESP, mathematics, science, and MAPE, EPP, and PLE. In terms of ways of the learning area, language, AP, and ESP are 30% in written works and 50% in performance tasks. In mathematics and science, both written works and performance tasks are 40%. On the other hand, in MAPE, EPP, and PLE, written works are 20% and performance tasks are 60%. The three learning areas have the same percentages in terms of quarterly assessments at 20%. The following tables show the computation of grades using Microsoft Excel based on DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015. In learning area language, AP, and ESP, among the three learners, 2 got a passing grade, learner B who has a grade of 86 and learner C who has a grade of 78. In learning area mathematics and science, among the three learners, 2 got a passing grade, learner B who has a grade of 88 and learner C who has a grade of 77. In learning area MAPE, EPP, and PLE, among the three learners, 2 got a passing grade, learner B who has a grade of 86 and learner C who has a grade of 78.
In senior high school, the weight distribution of all the core subjects is 25% in written works, 50% in performance tasks, and 25% for the quarterly assessment. The following table shows the computation of grades using Microsoft Excel based on DepEd Order number 8 series of 2015. In learning core subjects, 2 failed to get a passing grade. Learner A with a grade of 73, and Learner C with the lowest grade of 65. For the debit order number 31 series of 2020, in grades 1 to 10, specifically at the elementary level, in terms of weights of the learning area, language, AP, and ESP are 40% in written works and 60% in performance tasks. In mathematics and science, both written works and performance tasks are 50%. On the other hand, in MAPE, EPP, and TLE, written works are 30% and performance tasks are 70%. The following tables show the computation of grades using Microsoft Excel based on DepEd Order number 31 series of 2020. In learning area, language, AP, and ESP, the learner with the highest initial grade is Learner B with a quarterly grade of 88 and the descriptive equivalent of very satisfactory. In learning area, mathematics and science, Learner B has the highest initial grade with a quarterly grade of 89 with a descriptive equivalent of very satisfactory. In learning area, MAPE, EPP, and TLE, the learner with the highest initial grade is Learner B with a quarterly grade of 88 and a descriptive equivalent of very satisfactory.
In accordance with DepEd Order number 31 series of 2020, the weight distribution of all the core subjects in senior high school is 40% in written works and 60% in performance tasks. The following table shows the computation of grades using Microsoft Excel based on DepEd Order number 31 series of 2020. Among the 3 learners, no one got a very satisfactory grade. To systematically compute the grade of the learners, the approach we used was through an E-class record, specifically Microsoft Excel. Since it is easier and more convenient to use this in the computation of grades, we input the data or the scores of the students and then Excel produces accurate and reliable automated results.
Every teacher is required to submit the reports throughout the school year. These reports includes most of the data related to the school students, such as class records, IPCRF, and other documents. There are lots of school forms, and each of them has a purpose. The following are the 10 school forms that teachers and other school faculties are required to complete. These different DepEd forms are accomplished at varied times within a school year. School form number 1 refers to the school register. It includes the master list of the enrollment, which is prepared by the class advisors through the Learner's Information System, or the LIS. It is scheduled during the beginning and the end of the school year. School form number 2, or SF2, also known as the Learner's Daily Attendance, is about recording the attendance, absence, and tardiness. It is also prepared by the class advisors, partially through LIS, and manual in It Is Done daily. School Form 3 or SF3 is about book issued and returned. It consists of the list issued to return by the learners, which is also prepared by the class advisors partially through LIS and manual during the beginning and the end of the school year. School Form 4 or SF4 tackles the summary enrollment and movement of the learners. It is about the enrollment count, transferred in and out, and dropouts by the grade level or the summary of SF2. It is prepared by the school head through LIS and accomplished monthly. School Form 5 or SF5 are the report on the promotion, includes the list of promoted retained by the class. It is prepared by the class advisors through LIS during the end of the school year.
School Form 6 or SF6 refers to the summary report on promotion. It includes the number of promoted retained by grade level. It is a summary of SF5, which is prepared by the school head in the LIS. It is the schedule during end of the school year. School Form 7 or S7, also known as the inventory of the school personnel, is about list of school personnel with basic profile and teaching load assignment. It is also prepared by the school head manually and is done during the beginning and end of the school year. School Form 8 or SF8 is about learner basic health and nutrition profile. It consists of per learner assessment of body mass index, which prepared by class advisor of math teachers through LIS during the beginning and the end of the school year. Here is an example of SF8.
School Form 9 or SS9 tackles the learner's progress report card. It is about individual academic behavior and attendance report by partners formally Form 132. It is prepared by the class advisor manually and is accomplished quarterly. School Form 10 or SS10 or the learner's permanent academic record includes the individual academic record by quarter and school year. It is simplified and standard from former Form 137. It is prepared by the class advisor manually during the end of the school year.
Activity 6 focuses on identifying uses and purpose of various school forms. This also tackled the grading system of the Department of Education in the Philippines. In this activity, we, the future educators, exposed the various DepEd forms and E-class records. This gave us opportunities to examine and accomplish different forms, compute quarterly grades and final grades, and accomplish E-class records aligned with our specialization.
Grading provides feedback to students on their own learning since grades are used to assess student work. The accuracy and fairness of grades are crucial. We are in a digital environment and every minute of our time matters, so it is simpler to determine the learner's grades when using the E-class record. Instead of doing it by hand and using a calculator and paper, we can use Microsoft Excel to systematically enter names and scores, and the results will be generated automatically. Among the different school forms, the SF5, or also known as the Report on Promotion, is the easiest school form to complete for competence and success. In this, all reports for promotion and retention by grade level are already indicated, and we just need to make a summary on this part where the signature of the school head is needed to be approved. Moreover, the difficulty of accomplishing different school forms varies. With forms related to specialized assessment, individualized education plans, or detailed research reports often considered more challenging. Time, effort, and knowledge are necessary for any school assignment. In our opinion, the SF9 or Learner Report Card is the most challenging to complete. It is necessary to calculate each student's grades for each topic in order to complete this form. And the school year's end is the only time this can be completed.
It is necessary to complete school forms in order to keep track of several aspects of learning, including attendance, health, grades, and other factors. This is to maintain transparency and at the same record the important information of the students and educators to give reliable assurance mechanisms and ensure the quality of the school reports. Thus, teachers, school heads, and other educators should devote their time to completing all school forms without compromising the accuracy of the learner's information and the quality of the school forms.
We, the Group 5, believe that grading system and DepEd school forms is crucial as it provides students with feedback on their own learning and clarifying for them what they understand.